up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with a fun deck for you today. And today, we're looking at a Selesnya Control build? Question mark? Or are we looking at a Selesnya Aggro build that's posing as Control? Or Selesnya Control posing as Aggro? Let me explain. This is a deck that goes around, it's almost like a prison deck. It limits our opponent's abilities to do what they want to do. And we do it in a few ways. One, we do it through Doorkeeper Thrall. Flash flying, artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. Now it is only a 1/2, but even still, it is one that is incredibly annoying to deal with. We are running High Noon, 4 copies of it. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. 4 and a red, sacrifice it, and it deals 5 damage to any target. But how are we going to get red sources? Well, we go through Goldvein Hydra. It enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, and when it dies, create that number of tapped treasure tokens equal to its power, or Buried in the Garden, which is a standard legal. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent you don't control until it leaves the battlefield. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds any 1 additional mana of any color. So that's how we get the High Noon through. But also, too, we have stuff like Grand Abolisher. During your turn, your opponent can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. We're running Kutzil Malamet Exemplar. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Now, there's the big difference. You might be saying, well, why do I have either of these in? Well, the thing is during our turn, yes, they do have that in common, but whenever 1 or more creatures you control with power greater than its base power deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So like Goldvein Hydra, for example, is one of those. So again, we're also running Aven Interrupter, flash and flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile target spell, and it becomes plotted. Alright, spells your opponents cast from graveyards or from exile cost 2 more to cast. Alright, so fun stuff. We can shut them down there. We are running 2 Sigarda, Font of Blessings. Other permanents you control have hexproof. You may look at the top card of any of your library at any time. You may cast angel spells and human spells from the top of your library. Now we're really only running the 1 human, but the point is this is other permanents you control have hexproof. Okay, so we do have that going on. Plus, if we really want to get rid of stuff, we have March of Otherworldly Light. We can exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with that mana value X or less. Of course, this exiling any number of white cards from your hand costs 2 less for this spell to cast. Ossification. Enchant basic land we control, and we exile target creature or planeswalker till it leaves the battlefield. Depopulate, just if we want to destroy creatures, and Sunfall if we really want to get rid of them. So let's look at our sideboard. We are running a Final Showdown. Creatures with Spree. Creatures lose all abilities till end of turn, or for +1, another +1. Choose a creature you control. It gains indestructible, or adding 3 and 2 white, destroy all creatures. Getaway Glamour, which can bounce stuff. I'll let you read that for a moment there. Should be good now. Tamio Safekeeping, just for a little bit of protection. Family Reunion, same deal. 2 more Sunfalls and Destroy Evil, and Atraxa's Fall. Destroy target artifact, battle, enchantment, or creature with flying, and Fate from History in case they are running a lot of artifact and enchantment builds. This one's a risk to run in this build because of the fact that we're running so many enchantments. So this is a Selesnya Aggro build posing as a control build, or is it a Selesnya Control build posing as an aggro build? Let's find out. It's a really fun deck. I'm really enjoying it. It's been kind of a labor of love, so to speak, but I think I finally got it right. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the Selesnya Control games, kids. We're against Hassler for our best of 1 matchup. Okay, not the worst. Not the worst. Okay, mirror match. That might be a fun one. Or at least a Selesnya build. It might be a enchantments build that we're up against. Or caves. Oh, you might want to get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of that, because that's gonna be a pain to deal with. That's gonna be an absolute pain to deal with. And then I think we do Kutsil into Grand Abolisher, maybe. The Depopulate works a little bit against us, but I think we're okay. Ossification is fun, but we don't have any basic lands to deal with, so that's clever. Let's do that. That's gonna get annoying, especially if we don't get a basic land. We're running a bunch, so I don't quite get. That is Vigilance, Death Touch, Double Strike. Ouch! That could hurt. That could hurt as a 4/4. Gains Vigilance. Yes, they could easily make that. Ugh. Ooh. Trampled Garden. Oh, yep, we're gonna need to deal with that. I'm gonna need to deal with that. They'll give that Vigilance. Yeah, we're gonna take 6. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Take that. Okay, cool. And we do have the option to depopulate, but face down with a ward. It's ward 2, huh? Well, I do have another Grand Abolisher, so let's swing in. And let's hold for now. I don't have enough to pay the ward cost, so let's hold off on that for now. Fight rigging, huh? Clever. Do you have a Pugnacious Hammer Skull? Because that would be my next clue. Okay, that's alright. Ooh, Goldvein Hydra's fun, but I'm gonna say taking your fight rigging is probably a little more in line with what I want to do. Let's swing. Okay, that's fine. Cause oh, I need. It's buried in the garden. Oh, okay. So I got you, fam. Okay. Okay. I got you. That's how that works. Feral Encounter. What is this? Cast the exile card this turn. At the beginning of next combat phase, target creature deals. Target creature you don't control. Ooh, that's brutal. Top 5 cards of your library. Exile a creature card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom. We cast the exile cards from beginning of the... Okay, Botanical Root. Okay, so we may need to go with our... So they've exiled a card. We may need to go depopulate this son of a gun. Sure. Yeah. That is totally okay. Turning up your... You're gonna turn that face up. I'm guessing something's bad. Oh, take up the shield, huh? It's indestructible and lifelink till end of turn. Well, guess what? I'm gonna depopulate this. Yeah, there you go. Boom. And High Noon. You can only cast 1 spell per turn now there, butta. Sure. Kamiya Whispered Hopes. Excellent. You can't do anything more. You cannot do anything more there, my friend. Here we go. Some fun stuff. I think we can do 6. Let's try it. Yes, we can do 6. Now the question becomes, do they have anything to deal with that? Are they really? Do they really have like a... Oh, what? You got that? Wow. Alright. So they're running a little bit of a control-y type build maybe too. They've certainly got some fun tricks. I'll give them that. Ornery Tumblewag, huh? You can't cast another one. Nice try, though. You might need to take out the Kami. Another Gold Vein Hydra, huh? Let's try it again. I'll bet you got something. I'm gonna hold on that. I'm not going to do anything with that, because I have a feeling you've got something up your sleeve. So I'm gonna say no to that. Oh, Ozelit. Oh, that's gonna get fun. That's not good. That's really not good. That's not good at all. They might have us here. Though it does not have... Doesn't have trample. Yeah, 16/16 is not what I'm looking for here. But... we might be able to delay the inevitable for at least a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna work. Though this is an interesting deck that Hassler has. There are some elements of control with this. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Jeez. Well, sure. Rubble Belt Maverick. Okay. Well, if we get a Sunfall, we're in business. Saddle that for 2, and then your that is one big ornery tumblewag there. What? Why do that? Oh, yeah, because they do that. Okay. That is massive. We need some sort of spot removal. We need a mass removal here. We need a Sunfall. We need a Sunfall. Need a Sunfall. Yep. Alright. And that will probably do it for us. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we do. Alright. Good game. Alright, let's go to the best of 3. We're against Kaini Anung. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or Kaina Anung. A gold 4. So, yeah, we do not underestimate our gold opponents by any stretch of the imagination, because more than likely they're playing net decks that, quite frankly, they are either learning how to pilot or they're just playing a 156 card build. That one is very land heavy, but I'm going to keep it because we do have a lot of resources here. So, I think we do Creosote Heath into what? Okay. Interesting. Sure. Is this just like a Phyrexian, throw as many Phyrexians in as you possibly can sort of build, or what are we looking at here? Okay, cool. March of Otherworldly Light. I think we just keep it that way. Keep it status quo. They missed a land drop on their first turn there, so I'm a little bit leery as to what they're going to do. I want to save the march for something more, though. Yeah, that's what... What are we up against here? Runebrand Juggler. Interesting. Okay. They kept... No, they... Okay, they got that. Alright, fine. Works for me. Oh, swing in. I have a surprise for you. I got a surprise for you. Block. Boom. Okay. Cool. Man, I don't want to draw into my land, but that is what it is. We do have March of Otherworldly Light and Buried in the Garden. So, ultimately, I think that a deck like this, beating up on one, ideally a deck like this, in theory, should be able to beat. In theory, I'm not saying it's going to. Yeah, okay, fine. Interesting. Interesting bit of removal there. Ossification, huh? Well, considering that they don't... Alright, I'm gonna say go for this. I'll go for that. Got here. Now you're gonna plot something. Brimstone Roundup, huh? Okay, well, what does that do? Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield doesn't cause anything to trigger. Got it. Okay. Cast your second spell. Okay. I don't know what we're up against, but not sure I'm a huge fan of it. Blight Reaper Thallid, huh? Put this down, see what they do. You kill my Thrall again? Forsaken Miner, huh? You know, I really wish I would stop drawing into my land, but let's go with the Blight Reaper, because I think that could definitely be a problem. I'm gonna hold on to that. The miner can't block, so cast your second. Okay, so that's got an interesting little flair to it. Monstrosity. Okay, I mean, just a randomish pile of cards, I guess. Drawing into a Sunfall would be absolutely amazing, but don't know for getting there. That can tap, that can go into that. Can't block though, so that's alright. High Noon, well, that is fun. That is clever, because it kind of shuts them down, doesn't it? See, what do I do here though? That is a problem. I think we keep the Roundup because we want to make them mad. Let me just do this. I say we swing. And now they can't cast 2 spells per turn. And neither can I, but the problem is they've got a really big board. They've got a really big board. Yeah, okay. We're taking 6, in theory. Wonder if this is like a 0 rare build or something like that. Come on. Ooh, even Interrupter's clever. We're gonna hold on anything. We're gonna hold on this. Okay. Well, that sucks. That absolutely bites right there. Because now that, oh man. Ugh. Well, pay attention to the interactions. Pay attention to the interactions. That's all I can say. I'm just gonna block. We don't have a choice. Grand Abolisher may not do us much either. So remember what I was saying about how in theory a deck like mine should beat a deck like this? Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here. We need that mass removal. Sooner rather than later. Okay, they'll discover. What do they find? A repeat offender. This has got to be like a... This has got to be a... it's got to be a... like a budget build or something. I'm not seeing any rares in this build at all. So what are you doing? Just throwing damage across? I mean, apparently I'm just gonna have to do that. Even Interrupter, well, you can... We'll see what happens. And this time it'll go through, because we don't have the... So that will become suspected. That will also become a little more strong. Hmm? Don't think we have a choice. We gotta try to... Buried in the Garden is a cool one here. Target that. Alright, so we need something here. So when it dies, okay. See, all of our shutdown spells are in the graveyard. We need our Hydra. The Hydra would be great. Traumatic Revelation. So they're returning that from the... Okay, they incubate that. What is that? Okay. Yep, we need a Sunfall. Badly. Badly need a Sunfall here. Or a Depopulate. Something along that line. We need something here. That's not going to do it, but... Hey, there's a Hydra. It might be too little too late, but... Okay. Yeah, the Hydra is going to be a little, too little too late, but if they decide to go all, yeah, fun. This is definitely a like a budgety type build, so yeah, we're going to have to block it no matter what. Yeah, swing in with the rest, because, yeah, do that. Sure. Alright, well, so much for that idea. They can't return that to the battlefield quite yet because demand answers. Oh, no, they can now. Okay. Well, that's clever. Now they can return that to the battlefield. Okay. So let's see. Can we do 10? Nope. Can we do 8? Can. It's gonna be too little too late for us, though, so they're really gonna block. Alright, well, let's go to the next matchup. I think we do need to put more. Let's put that in, take that out. Yeah, I think we just need to also look at what we just have to be a little more careful with what they're playing. We got a little too... Alright, ossification... Ugh. I kept that. Why did you keep that? There's no... Ugh. Alright, well anyways. Hope we draw into something. Although if we do high noon, that will shut down a lot of their strategy. Oh hey, there's a sunfall. Yeah, let's just do high noon, because I want to really mess up their strategy. Because their goal is to just cast as many spells as they can. Creature or battle. Okay, so they take the Thrall. Okay, fine. Whatever. Goblin Mask. Yeah, this has got to be like a budget type build. Okay, we have enough for the Sunfall. So yeah, again, this is an interesting build. I'll say that much. Another high noon, huh? Yeah, I don't want you ramping into stuff. Okay. Cool. So for now, let's see what they do. Yeah, a couple dead weights. No, they can't do a couple dead weights. They can only do one dead weight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let them have it. Simply because they could have a removal spell. did they plot? Irascible Wolverine, huh? Fun. Let's race him. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to, when they cast that, we do the Doorkeeper. And it shuts down the Necropolis too, because you can only cast one spell per turn. So the Wolverine would be an interesting one to do, but it's not. Till end of turn, you may cast that spell. Okay. Let's flash this in. See what they do. At least we can maybe stop some damage from coming down. Wow. Now that's... We also have tricks too. How clever is that? Alright, well, even Interrupter then. At least we prevented some damage. Nope. That becomes plotted. But that also... makes it a little bit more tricky for them. And for us. Yeah, because you can't cast that now, so... Woof. Boseju, huh? Yeah, Duress is probably going to be the next one that comes down. Oh, Irascible Wolverine, huh? Well, I'm going to do this. Because remember, you can't cast the spell from exile because of the Aven Interrupter. So that's gonna be difficult. What is that? So let's see. Yeah, we already have a little bit of advantage here. So what do they do? Even if we get a win out of this, I don't really. Okay, and it does not. Alright, let's do this. Let's actually just swing. Let's do that. Duress, if they take my Sunfall, they take the Sunfall. I don't really have too much of a problem with that. And even if they swing in with the Wolverine, this gives us more stuff to do. So it almost becomes down to, what is this? Oh, with reach, huh? Strip to one target artifact. Sacrifice an artifact. Yeah, there's no artifact to sacrifice. So that in and of itself is no bueno. Sure, I'll take that. Take that. Even Interrupter, huh? All right, let's try this. Yep, that's okay. Get that through. Go for it. Not happening. So this is definitely a very grindy type build because you need to have that, yeah, no. Okay, well, sure. We win. Sweet. Okay. Well, that's one way to do it. Okay. So at least 1 and 3 with this build. We get a win out of it, so we publish. How fun is that? I always like to include at least 1 win, even if we go like 1 and 3. Because again, I don't build decks that are, or I don't want to say this. I don't always build decks that are meta decks. So I do like to show how the deck can succeed, and that right there showed how the deck can succeed. This is not acceptable as an opening hand. Absolutely not. That's not much better. Fine. I do what I can with this, but oof. It's gonna be rough. I might have to ditch the Sunfall and the Garden because in theory, we got the Hydra down. Yeah, Sunfall and the Garden, I think, is oof. We are in the draw, though, so we could end up getting something out of this. Looks like they stayed with their 7, so Creosote Heath is our first play here. Oof. Tomorrow's build I'm really excited about. Because in honor of Memorial Day, we do just... Oh, they mulled to 4! Okay, well that... you duress me, you're not going to get anything off of it. Okay. Yep. Nope. Good idea. Good idea. You're not getting anything off of me. Not this time. Not this time. Are you just gonna quit? Nope. Okay. Okay, that's also good. That is also good. That's good. Overgrown farmland. We get our 3rd land. We're doing pretty good. Oh, they don't get that. Okay, I'll do Creosote Heath again. Just ping them for 1, and we go from there. Ah, they found their 3rd land. That's okay. Or 2nd, I'm sorry. They found their 2nd land. I mean, if you kill my Hydra, you're going to... Okay, now we're going aggro. Now we're going the aggro route. Okay. Cast a spell. ID double dog dare you. Let's do this. What do you got? Kill it. Kill it. Yep. Fine. We're gonna do this. Boom. So this time we just went the aggro route. Didn't even bother with the control, just went the aggro route. Yes! Alright, 2 and 2 with this one. Let's go to the post-game analysis. Okay, so we can go one of 2 ways with this build. We can go the control route with the High Noon and the Ossifications and the Buried and the Gardens and the Depopulates and the Sunfall, or we can just draw all 4 of our Gold Vein Hydras and swing in for the win. I mean, that right there. Either way, this deck is very interesting. it does take a little bit of subtlety to play this build. I mean, you saw what a High Noon did, and especially in that build, in the best of 3, it definitely looked like, you know, a budget deck, which, you know, props to you there, kinda. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Props to my opponent in the best of 3, you know, hanging in there. I will say though, you know, this deck, I mean, I don't think it's competitive at this point, but give me some suggestions, because I really do think that this sort of thing can be a competitive deck. I do think there are the tools are there. We need to figure out a way to make it happen. So if you like what you saw, please please subscribe. As always, my magic miscreants, may you always be on the play. May all your spells hit the battlefield. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.